Hello, Video Game Choo Choo welcomes you to PAX, the Penny Arcade Expo. There's going to be video games here, and we are going to show you all of the video games. There is no video game we can't show you because they gave us a media badge. They fucked up, is what I'm saying, in short. I don't know what's going to happen this weekend, but come along with us because we're going to get wild at the Penny Arcade Expo. PAX West 2022. That's my hype boy trailer.
It's a good character. Okay, opening remarks. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, all right, let's get it. Franny, you ready?
Yeah.
Day one, PAX.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's time. We're going to interview as many indie game devs as we can find.
Yeah.
And we are going to chat them up hella, and they're going to be so excited to see us. That's the most important thing. I think Video Game Choo Choo is going to get all of the scoops. We're going to have scoops and interviews and fun.
Scoops and scoops and scoops. And
How much can we scoop?
How big is our spoon?
We've got scoops. Did you know there's Pokemon? So you are the, what do you work on with Turbo Overkill?
So I'm the mostly solo developer.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
This has been my baby since 2019. And I signed up with Apogee around, I think it was probably 2001, no sorry, 2021.
2021, okay.
Yeah, it's quite a while ago.
So I can kind of like ollie off of this jump pad.
Yeah.
If I line it up right.
Yeah, there's you got full air control as well, so if you jump up in the air, you can still move around like you can normally.
There we go. Yeah!
I mean, I mostly played Doom most of my life, and I just wanted to, I mean, this has kind of been my dream project for quite a while.
This runs like a dream. This one?
Bottom left. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's juicy.
Yeah. One of the newer ones that we have in this episode, episode 2.
There's just so many things. I haven't even touched half of it.
There's yeah, there are a lot of mechanics, especially in episode 2. We're throwing a lot of new stuff in that shakes up the formula.
Brian, you've been working on the Forest Cathedral.
That's right.
So this is a game that I'm really excited for.
Okay.
Because I've been seeing the trailers for it, and it seems to have a very dense interweaving of narratives.
It's true.
Along with platform puzzling.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna get this started right up. Fish! I think the most important thing that us at Video Game Choo Choo, what we care about is fish.
Okay. You kind of uncovered the dangers of this pesticide called DDT, which was used against malaria. But ultimately you're figuring out that it's doing other things to the fish, the mosquito, the birds, the humans. And you as the player will kind of uncover this, this story and kind of figure out how it ends.
Rachel is talking to us through while we're playing this game that is diegetic to the entire world, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're kind of using this little character whose name's the Little Man.
Little Man.
Just a tiny worker inside the computer, because I thought it'd be funny if you think about how computers actually work, and what if it was little tiny people making all of those things work, and you actually have real bugs in the computer you have to fight.
Okay.
It's just another layer of human-computer interaction where you know, you're sitting and watching a screen, but while you're playing a game where you're watching and sitting, you know, seeing a screen. So, but I want to push the boundary and what it can be instead of what games like people say they have to be. So
that's kind of what I'm seeing in a lot of the. Woo!
There you go.
Okay, Mr.
Awesome.
Fish, let's see.
You're close to,
I'm getting somewhere with this. This is
go.
working really
You're
well.
getting pretty close to the end of the demo.
That's incredible. And so all of that we just did, that whole sequence, was to catch a fish.
And it was climbing up on the side as you were doing that thing. You're just so focused on the platforming that you didn't even see it.
No,
you know? But you're affecting.
And I'm coming out of that experience, like I'm zooming outward, the camera's coming out, and I'm just like, oh, wait a minute.
So
we just did that.
In psychology, there's this thing called the Invisible Gorilla Project, or experiment, sorry. Exactly, so it's basically a bunch of people tossing around like a basketball, going in a circle, and you're supposed to count how many times they passed it. And while that's happening, a gorilla in a gorilla suit, a person in a gorilla suit walks through it. And then after the end, they say, did you see the gorilla? And usually you don't because you were so focused on those tasks. Yeah, shooting to come out Xbox and PC at the end of this year.
So Xbox and PC, end of this year. And you can find it at any fine stores.
Yep, online.
Any of your online retailers.
Sure.
Beautiful. All
right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for playing.
I know what I did.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So Colossal Cave is Cygnus' reimagination of the original text-adventure game.
Yeah, this is from the
Roberta.
1970.
That's right, mid-70s.
Wow.
It was never commercially released. It was a game that Ken Willaims found on an IBM mainframe that he introduced Roberta to. She played it on his teletype at home.
Yep.
And it inspired her to create Mystery House, which was, of course, the beginning of online systems that became Sierra.
That became Sierra. Yeah, wow.
If you go back into the house, there's a couple of items you're going to want.
I will want them.
So the original game was, of course, the text adventure with no graphics. The text parser has been simplified into, oh, I'm sorry, you already got them. You got the key in the lamp?
I did not.
I think you do. Press X. You're good.
Okay, I've got it.
So the, and then X again to close the inventory.
No, I'm sorry, I'm listening to this. This is excellent.
The whole text adventure script has been recaptured in the narration of the game.
Wow,
And if you turn on the subtitles, it'll be just like the original game. The puzzles are not simpler. The puzzles are every bit as challenging as they were in the beginning.
Wow, so you were able to translate that challenge into a 3D environment.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Hey, I know that one.
You recognize that?
I recognize that one. I actually have done my research.
Nice.
Zizzy.
That's the original occurrence of Zizzy.
This is right. This is where Zizzy came from.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Now this is a Ken
Magical
Roberta Williams game,
incantations.
so it is possible to die. If you fall, you'll die.
I'm feeling to repeat. Every bone in your body.
There you go.
So this is
This is what the text adventure described as an awkward east-west climb.
wow. This is an awkward east-west climb. East-west climb.
And now you found one of the first adventure game puzzles in computer gaming history.
I have a bird cage. Do I want to?
Nothing happens. There's no work here. Nothing happens. There's no use for that here.
He'll keep flying around. There's something in your inventory that's spooking him.
Ooh. Lamp off.
hit the lamp
bone in your body.
Oh no! I turned the lamp off, I died. That's fair.
Zort didn't invent that.
No!
Yeah, the rod frightens the bird.
The rod frightens the bird, not the lamp.
You always got to drop the rod. And save game works. It's too bad you didn't save game there.
Oh, yep.
Well,
I'm
they'll
not
get you
getting
going again. That bat cave when you're there in VR.
Just all,
a
yeah.
wild experience.
The bats are immersive. The sound is magnificent. The music really captures the feel.
Yeah. No, thank you for showing this to me.
It's certainly my pleasure.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Roberta Willaims, creator of Colossal Cave 3D, and you are a longtime veteran of the games industry.
Yes.
As someone who has seen a lot, local too, right? Because Sierra
Local.
Online is a
It's Seattle.
company that's been around here.
Yep, and we're in Seattle right now.
Yep. Where did you find Colossal Cave?
Well, Colossal Cave is an old, historic, iconic text adventure game from back in the mid-70s, and it is, it used to be, it's text. I mean, it is text, not used to be. I mean, you could still download it and play it.
Yep.
And I played it back in 1980, and when I was in my early 20s, and loved it, got into it, and never seen anything like it.
Because it just fills you into it puts you into a world.
It puts you in a world. It's an interactive story. It's what you call an adventure game.
In the 1970s, that's a novel idea.
Yes.
To be at your computer and then suddenly be in a world.
Yes. Because when I finished it, I wanted to play more games like it.
Yep.
There weren't any. There weren't any games like it.
And that's what brings us into King's Quest.
Well, it starts with Mystery House.
It does.
But after when I discovered there weren't any others like it, I don't know. I just had this compulsion to sit down and do my own. It was like I had to. I was compelled to.
That's so
I
wonderful.
don't know why, but I just wrote my own game. I wrote it out. I did kind of a mixture of the board game Clue and an Agatha Christie novel and put it together. It turned out to be Mystery House. I don't know. Ken wanted a project. It was during the lockdowns.
Yep.
And it was late 2020. Or maybe it was early 21. I don't remember. Probably early 21.
Yeah.
And he needed a project, and we weren't traveling or going anywhere or doing anything. And for some reason, Colossal Cave popped into my head. I noticed as time went on that, like my parents, I had my parents as sort of examples to look at.
Oh,
I would
smart.
say to my mom, I'd say, "Mom, you've got to sit down and play my game,"
Right.
And so I'd sit her like at my computer and my keyboards there, because it was with a parser.
Yep.
And I go, "Okay, Mom, you want to play? Here you are, in front of, the castle or whatever, and what do you want to do?" And she goes, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, why don't you try Open Door?" "Oh, Open Door." And then I go, "See, Mom, that door opened."
Yes.
And then she say, "Well, okay, now what do I do?" And I say, "I don't know. You could go in the door." "Well, how do I do that?" And I would say, "Oh, go door." And then she, and I would watch her. But when I went away, I'd say, "Okay, Mom, I'm going to walk away. I don't want to see if you can do this without me standing here and telling you what to type in." She couldn't. And she's not stupid,
No, it's just there's an abstraction.
And she just, it was just understanding that. I said to Ken, no more parser games. We have to figure out how to play these games without typing in.
Yep.
And that's where the idea of the icons, where you have an eye, a hand, a little figure walking or running, or inventory object, or whatever else.
It came from wanting to make a game that your mom could play.
Yes.
Wow.
But not her specifically, but everybody.
Accessibility is what you're talking about.
And still make it feel the same.
No, it would be X, Y, and Z, Y, of course.
X, Y, Z, Y.
Actually, that was the big debate at the beginning.
What's the debate
of this
about
game,
that?
we weren't sure how to do magic spells, and I said just do them as inventory items. And then she said, well, are you going to drop them on the ground like every other inventory? Can you pick them up? And we sorted it all out.
What's the implementation of that? Because magic is such a big part of
it. Is a big part of it, and especially that one's crossed over to being a cultural phenomenon. I mean,
it is.
It's really.
Xizzy is a whole thing.
I never knew how it was pronounced. It was funny. We put it
made it up. I don't
know. Translation software or text-to-speech.
Yep.
They came out and said Zizzy. And I thought, well, that sounds fine to me.
Sure.
I always said X, Y, Z, Z, Y, but
that's
anyway,
valid too.
Yeah.
That.
How did we figure out doing it?
Huh?
How does it work?
How does
it work?
X, Y, Z, Z, Y work?
Okay, how do you get?
Well, I don't want to give away all the puzzles, but you find a rock, you look at it, or you touch it, and it gives you the magic spell, and you do it, and it takes you magical places. And
so you kind of.
I can't tell you though. I don't know where.
You kind of got your design wishes then, if you use it like in the inventory. Oh, he's not explaining.
I know. Well,
He's not explaining.
He's not explaining. What is your tag team? The Silk and Milk Connection?
We're the Silk Express.
The Silk Express.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You've seen us in the game.
Yeah. Our goal is to get so good that one day we're immortalized as a statue like these legends here. Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Jake the Snake.
Oh, wow. That's a whole statue to Macho Man.
That's it. Oh, yeah, one of several.
At this point, we're super fans. They get real silky.
That's true.
So they're not just statues, they're like full-on toys.
They're like shrines to these guys that everyone comes to pay homage and tribute to.
That's amazing.
So they're all built on these like legendary, folks who built the wrestling industry. So in each city, in each area, there's these huge monuments that kind of pay homage to what they brought in and kind of who they are. So there's some autobiographical components. There's also just a lot of wrestling fun, super fandom. And I think that's really what WrestleQuest is based on. We're all wrestling fans first, whether you're DDP or the Silk Express.
Yep. That's what when I'm looking through it and I see the design decision is not just to make a statue, but to make a toy statue. That's a lot of love.
When we were talking about conceptualizing the game, we realized that a lot of people's first wrestle memories weren't necessarily watching it on TV, but it was more playing the games and then playing with the action figures.
Yep.
So we really lean into that, and everyone in the game is some type of toy. So you can see the articulated joints and whatnot. And
yeah, the crowd too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very unique aesthetic for the game. Like JRPGs needed this. Like they needed something to update that formula, and honestly, adding all the flair and spice from wrestling is really what did it. Like bouncing enemies off the ropes. The hype meter here as a measure of how engaged the audience is. So if you come in and like a normal RPG, you can just spam the attack button to get through.
Right.
If you do that in WrestleQuest, the audience will get bored and this meter will drain out. And when that happens, your enemies get stronger. So you got to come in and approach battles with a little more strategy and showmanship.
You can't just have one optimal strategy.
Exactly.
You have to have a couple.
You got to mix it up.
Oh, I bounced off the ropes, got him in a kick.
We just kept mixing and fixing until the recipe felt right.
But we have everything's animated. Every attack, every ability.
Everything's moving. The crowd is moving.
Right.
Everything but the ring is moving.
Tons and tons of pixel art animation, like hundreds of thousands of frames.
Wow. That's a huge amount of work.
It is, but wrestling is so physical and theatrical with the acrobatics and whatnot that to kind of take that out of the combat it would have been such a letdown.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
No!
You're getting low.
I am getting low. Let's see if we can
turn it around here.
Use some items or something. Yeah.
Go for that duct tape. Yeah, there you go.
That's the one he started out with.
Big duct tape. That'll fix everything.
We're trying to get the volume off.
Let's That's such a lovely ending. That gives me chills. Just
good spot.
Sweet.
Very good.
Funny part, yeah. So this is like trash talk.
So hey, thanks for playing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here to fight this guy.
What can I expect out of WrestleQuest? When's it coming out?
Early next year is our target. Yeah.
Early next year, and what's it on?
It's going to be on PC and all major platforms.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
Easy. You're
yep.
making it look easy when it looks like so much work involved in this.
It has been. It's been a labor of love. I mean, we're all wrestling fans first, and it's really our love letter to both that classic era of wrestling and also that classic era of RPGs. So.
I'm here with Eddie, who's representative for the game March. And can you explain to me what I'm about to get into with March?
Okay, so what you're about to see is a Tetris deck building, rogue deck building, basically lane kind of game where it's almost like a very strategic Tetris chess. So
Tetris chess.
Yes,
okay.
Right. So here's your front line. Okay, these are your units that you can move, and you can move them anywhere. You can flop them around. This is your tank. This is your range.
Then I want them in front.
Right. And here's what the enemy is sending. So the enemy is sending this. Your objective is to knock out this line and move your units to this side to knock down his morale. So a little bit about Robo and this Ukrainian dev team.
Yeah.
This is a family. It's a brother, a wife, and I know that guy won't stop yelling. I'm sorry. I've asked him to stop 20 times now. So it's a wife, a brother, and a man, and they used to work for League of Legends. They used to work for Dota, and they did a lot of character animation. They are fantastic at what they do. Very passionate about this project. They couldn't be here, sadly, so I'm here for them.
Yep.
I knew that this game needed to be shown, and I was going to be damn sure that I was the one to show it. So.
Oh shoot! I messed up bad.
That's what happens when he's not paying attention.
I messed up real bad.
Oh, you won!
Oh wait, no, we won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High five.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah. You can switch your stuff around. So you can say, yo, I'm going to use the bard and he's going to help my guys, or I'm going to do a standard bearer and I can switch that. So I can say, yo, I really want this guy for this fight. And now here's the new layout. Pawn, DPS, tank, ranged, bomb, bard. And the bard buffs your dudes. This is going to get so intense, you're going to have all these different characters and abilities. And
okay, I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, he's going in. He's going in.
Oh man.
See, this is where it's funky, because if you had two of them together, you could boom.
Easily, right? But all I've got is
your
those
only
two.
option, right? So
we'll march. That's all we can do.
That's right, baby.
Oh shoot! That's one left. Oh, I can't do that.
You're done.
I'm done. That's checkmate. They got me. Level 2 really got me. I misplayed one
Now
thing
you
and it
see
was
how awesome it
was
is.
the end.
The strategy behind it is deep.
It's really tight.
Yeah, if you mess around, you're done. Like it just goes out of control really quick.
This is part of PAX Rising, which means they earned a spot to be able to be shown here.
Yes, sir.
Even though the devs themselves can't make it here, they were able to find people to support and represent them, because the game can speak for itself on that level, which is really cool to see.
And let's just talk about this for a minute. This is the gaming industry, and we're all one family. We pick each other up, man. We don't stop. If someone's down, we go. Let's roll.
And that's
the goal of the game is to punch people into these blue goals. That's how you score points.
Okay, I'm ready to get in the fray. Welcome everyone, I'm with Clement from Bare Butt Boxing, and we're gonna get our ass kicked.
Hey, how's it going?
Strategically. What was your role with working with this game?
So I'm the game director. I came up with the original prototype like 2 years ago. So it was heavily inspired by the idea of physical characters. So that's kind of the specialty of the game. It's physics-based characters. There's no animation. Everything's procedural. gives it that wacky, fun vibe.
Yeah, it really does.
So what you're playing right now is a local multiplayer mode of the game. But our main game mode is actually solo multiplayer, a bit more like Mario Kart, where you can play with people online cross-region.
Okay.
And in that mode, the camera is a little more centered on your character. This is more of a, everyone sharing the same screen mode, special for PAX.
I'm fascinated by how like purposely sluggish this feels.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that idea? Like, why do you want to hurt me? Why do you want to hurt me hurting my friends?
Yeah, so this sort of characters, it's called an active ragdoll. So it's a physics system, the character really. It's a way to I guess it gives the game a certain style and feel. So
it does.
It makes it less appropriate for very arcade precise gameplay like Smash Brothers, for example. And it makes it more accessible as well because it can be kind of slower and more chaotic. So
it feels very impactful when I make contact with someone.
Yeah.
It's something that feels like it was made with artists in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
It comes from a very specific kind of like way of thinking. It's cool. It's cool, and it's different from everything else.
It's also like a lot of other physics-based games exist, but we want it to be unique in our own way we approach gameplay. We don't have any pushing and pulling, so we try to focus more on this kind of pinball mechanic of punching people into goals, and it's like positioning and direction and timing matter a lot.
Oh! Don't walk away, Froggy. I'm sorry, Skelly. I love you, Skelly. Something made me angry and I hurt things.
Yeah.
Even with all the controlled chaos going on.
With all the
it's
physics
still
and everything.
Seamless online. That's amazing.
Yeah. Like almost no discernible latency. It's really cool to play.
Fun.
Of course. Thanks for playing. Yeah.
I could keep playing this forever. Just the rounds keep looping and looping. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with James Lynch, I'm with James Silva, and I'm with my boy Ninja Falcon, and we're gonna get my ass kicked at Salt and Sacrifice, because I was about to say Salt and Sanctuary. Salt and Sacrifice.
A lot of people do that, yeah.
Salt and Arena.
Salty
Arena. Can I be this old man?
Yeah, you can live your best life. Yeah. So this is, it's an experimental mode. It was about a week of pretty hacky code.
Oh, never mind.
Hey.
Full damage?
But PvP is always fun, and it mostly works. It's obviously got some like weirdnesses to it that we'd want to iron out if we release this as like an actual product. But it's just fun to just try this out with a bunch of strangers who can become friends.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that polearm's cool.
Oh, I keep reading how good the glaive is.
Oh, I got played. That's a.
Oh, still alive. Damn.
Oh.
I had to.
So close, you got this.
No, he had 2 lives left.
That was awesome.
It has to make sense, right? Like
it was
the guy who spends all his time.
It was just a simple thing of you got hit too many times and he didn't get hit enough.
Yeah. It's not about skill. It's about chance of
getting. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's a total let's see what happens kind of thing. And I mean, so far it's been a lot of fun. I feel like if you really played this for hours, you'd be like, all right, this one class totally unbalanced. We find that kind of stuff out. So
that's like that's not necessarily your problem necessarily, because this is a conversion of a completely different style of game that you're putting into a new style. Like,
right, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we released it as a real thing,
but
definitely.
Like, they could tell you. Let the people tell you if things are unbalanced. They can figure that out.
When people were doing PvP in the main game, that's when we had like 7 people somehow get involved. Like, okay, there's something here. Can we make it a mode? Maybe, we don't know.
I see.
That kind of was a hint of like, maybe we should do that.
Let's let other people play, but that was really, really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think with the reception that this has had, we're like pretty solid on the idea. Like, there's something we got to do here.
You made a game with zombies in it. That was your game.
So some folks were like, hey, we want to, port that game to Steam, and
wait, did other people come to you? Please?
Because I mean, like switching gears like that, because we were like, I mean, we're always deep working on something, right?
Right.
And switching gears like that to port an old game is, I mean, it's a hassle, right? It's just it takes you out of the project. You have to figure out what the heck you were doing with code years ago.
Yep.
And there's like making parts where you can like shoot zombies. That's fun. Making stuff where you configure display resolution, like that's not very fun, right? But so some folks were like, they're like, we want to do this, and I was like, that's awesome. And I felt bad about if I made money from them doing it, so I'm like, let's just put it up there for free, and then everyone can.
Sure. Yeah. What's going on that's new for Salt and Sacrifice coming up this next couple months? Because you guys are still supporting it and building out bigger and bigger as the game is progressing naturally in some ways.
Yeah. We're like, we've had so much time on it. We made this thing but it's like, but can we do more with it? And can we do more with it without breaking the game? So it's like, now that we kind of take that's the hard thing a little bit. But I think we are doing okay with the balancing. We're taking our time, figuring it out. We're not rushing into any expansions. We already have content lined up. We have no ETA because we're like, we gotta localize it. That's always a big thing.
Yeah. It's out with the localizers now, which is one thing I always forget about when you're making a game. You write all this text and then you have to get it localized. If you want to reach more locations.
I think 10 languages. I think we are. Like,
really?
As long as our fans are like still enjoying the game and want more, like that kind of drives us. Because like of course if no one's playing, that's hard. But if people are like, I want more, and I'm loving it, that inspires us to want to keep going.
Yep.
Because I enjoy it. Like I love the game. Like we made the game.
I mean, you're still having fun with it. That's incredible. That's what I want to hear.
Legitimately, I was enjoying trying to beat James.
Yep. I was psyched. I was just stoked seeing the James off. It was perfect. I think you actually answered all my normal questions on top of a whole bunch more. Unless there's anything else you want to say about Salt and Sacrifice.
It's out now on PS4, PS5, and the Epic Game Store on PC.
Cool. Anything new coming up for Ska Studios in general?
When there is, you will know.
Yeah, that's the answer. All right, thank you so much for your time, and have a great rest of PAX.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Franny. I'm everybody. What's up?
I thought we were talking to everybody.
Oh, you want to talk to everybody? Go for it. Franny addresses her enemies. Part 1.
I don't want to address my enemies right now. What are we doing?
Okay. Well, we just finished day 1. Day 1's over. We did the thing that we set out to interview a bunch of indie games, and we did it.
We did do that.
They let us. Everyone we talked to was really nice, and they let me, as much as I could and as much as it was able to, they would let me capture with a capture card their games footage, and we would just plug it in, and
they let them ask them questions and really probe into their personal lives and just get really freaky with it.
How freaky with it do you think I got? Do you feel like?
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
0.8.
Be honest with me.
0.8. 0.8.
0.8. Should I get? I should get freakier.
Feel like
you think I should get freakier?
I feel like some people would respond to that.
You want me to fish out and try to find
the freaky ones. The freaky ones.
Okay. No, I'll take that into consideration. Tomorrow we can get freakier, and I think that's because I'll feel more confident.
That's good.
I've been wearing this very hot suit all day.
Yeah.
And it's hot temperature-wise. I wanted to look professional, and because I didn't feel it coming in. I felt fake. I felt like I was
fake.
not a real like professional?
Who's a real professional?
John Moxley
None of us can be John Moxley.
is a real professional.
Yes?
Yeah. Who else is a real professional?
God, I wish I could be John
Astronauts?
Moxley.
Astronauts are a real professional.
It is so hard to become an astronaut. You have like a greater chance of getting struck by lightning after you win the lottery.
Aren't you more lightning prone once you've won the lottery though? Okay.
I'm sorry,
should I
to
set
become an astronaut.
Should I set professionalism lower?
No, I think you're doing great.
Okay.
Casual Sunday though.
Casual Sunday.
Casual
okay.
Sunday. Whoa, this is heavy. Okay.
You've been holding this camera all day. How have you been doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'm tired. I've been at PAX for 1,000 years. I haven't been at PAX since 2019. And I feel like finally I might be getting too old for it.
What does that feel like? Explain to me. That's interesting.
Just tired.
Just
tired all the time.
It is 6 p.m. and you're looking at it like, wow, it's bedtime. I'm looking towards bedtime now. Jeopardy's about to be on in like 2 hours, and
I got up at 6:30.
You did. You're right. I'm
That's
sorry.
not like I wouldn't
I'm
go to
painting
sleep
you as like an
12
old.
hours after I wake up, but like I did, you know.
Because I keep forgetting there's another part of this that we're professionals, but we're not. Like we have other shit that we do.
Yeah.
I just set up the school that I work at for the day job. You just did your day job before coming here.
Yeah.
At 6:30 in the morning.
I drove about an hour. And then up here.
And
Not up here.
I drove other friends here to PAX because I want to make sure they had a good PAX experience before doing all that. Like, this has been like my main focus, but I've accomplished all of the other things that I meant to do. How about you? Do you feel accomplished after this?
I survived. I feel like I learned a lot about taking video.
Yeah, this is your first time shooting video, isn't it?
Yes, I did help stream a wrestling show once, but that was, I mean, whatever.
I've touched on a sore subject.
No, it's fine. It's just, it was like, whatever. I smoked a bunch before. So it was fine, I think. I kept doing really dramatic zoom-ins and like killing the battery on the cameras.
Yo, smart.
So like
That's wise.
they were like, can you stop doing all the zoom-ins? But I feel like some of those zoom-ins really helped the show. So I stick by it.
I stand by it.
I stand by it. My arm's killing me. This is fine.
Give me the whole.
We can trade off.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm holding a very expensive camera. Oh, you're focusing it. You've been focusing it this whole time too? While shooting? Oh my God, you're such a professional.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry, I've said it like 4 times today.
Some of the time I've been using my autofocus, and you'll see this, but like sometimes it'll be like, it'll focus right here, and then like it'll go in and out, and in and out, and in and out of focus, and I'm like, so then I manually focus it.
Yep, of course.
So if any of that footage is really blurry, that's because the little screen.
Yeah.
I can only do so much.
Yeah, let's talk about the work.
You got a lot of great interviews.
They were great. I'm glad.
You got a lot of people to like unload sometimes. So a couple of people like unloaded.
Yes, I've been finding
in a good way.
There is like a certain like number of questions you can ask someone before they start unloading everything. It's not like what you ask them.
Yeah.
You just hit a threshold, right, of like 4 questions.
Yeah.
And
then they're just like bleh.
We've been, interviewing with these indie devs who've probably, I'm now realizing now that it's the end of the day, they probably have not done this before, like nearly to the extent that I was imagining, like, oh, they're gonna have 15, 20 interviews today.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be their entire day back to back to back. And like, no,
I mean, and a couple of them were like, oh, we've been doing interviews all day, so I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Like otherwise they would hate it, which worked in our favor. Is that in focus?
Are you in focus? Hello. You still look like Snoopy the dog. When you have this lens is incredible.
Don't cut any of this. I think all of this should go in the video.
This is probably the most important part of the video.
Okay,
I
that
should
looks
just
fine.
put a little note at the bottom that has the timestamp, like here's the important part.
Yeah.
Important part warning. What was your favorite? What's game of the year? PAX 2022 day 1. Just today. Game of the year. What was your? what one
I
impressed
really
you the
liked.
most?
I really liked WrestleQuest.
I did too.
I was like, you know, I
I'm
know we
used to
talked
all
about it in
these-
the server before.
I'm used to all these. Well, we talk about every wrestling game.
Yeah, that's true.
Always, and
And
we
I don't
usually
typically like the wrestling games
we
because they look
usually
like
get a little
biscuits.
sassy about it.
Yeah.
And
I don't think
this one's really good.
I don't think a lot of wrestling games look good.
Yeah, that
I
one
just
had
don't
a
think I've-
specific style.
It
though.
did. It's pixely. It's cute. It's very well done. It looks like it's got a lot of like RPG components, which I think adds to it. And then
Yeah,
like the guys there, the wrestling guys there.
So
were
that was also your
amazing.
favorite interview. That was interview of the year 2022.
My favorite
PAX West Day
interview.
1.
Oh, my favorite honestly, I think my favorite interview was with the Whitethorn guy. Was it Whitethorn?
Yeah.
Because he was just, I don't know, he was just talking about his damn game, and I was so into it.
Talking about
like, and
damn
he
game.
was talking about the accessibility that he was putting into it, and the story seemed like really thoughtful and really researched.
Yep.
I don't know. He just gave me good
There's
vibes.
a real captivating quality to the Forest Unleashed. Nope, that's not the name.
The Forest Unleashed.
That's the Sonic game.
The
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Forest Cathedral.
The Forest Cathedral. Thank you.
Yeah, with the fish that you threw.
I realized, God, I did fishing. I did a fishing mini game. I was so focused on that, I didn't even think about like.
A lot of fish. We had so many.
So many fish.
The other one, the Colossal Cave. I'm really interested in that.
That was so fun. That was my favorite interview game of the year.
That was wonderful.
PAX West Day 1,
She was
2022.
wonderful. And I'm
Just
like
getting to talk to the
newer.
Willaims it felt like I was talking to family.
I know.
They were so
sweet.
Unbelievably
When they were
sweet.
like, can you get me water? Do you guys want anything? I'm like,
they asked us, hey, do you want anything?
no, I'm not going to make you buy me a $300
water
bottle
at the
of water.
convention center.
But thank you. So sweet.
Thank you,
And
legendary game developers.
They really
I don't
talked
need a
about
water.
it. They really talked about it.
We did need a water though.
Yeah.
That was the thing. We lied to nice old people.
I wasn't gonna make them buy me a $3.50 bottle of water. That's insane person shit.
That's insane person shit.
No, but they had a wonderful interview.
Yes.
She really just like she spoke from the heart.
And
instead of like,
I called them nice old people like there's a pejorative in there, but like
no,
I don't get to talk to anyone.
They're nice, they're old, that's it.
But like I don't get to talk to anybody like that ever.
Yeah, no, that's true.
ever.
Yeah.
And talking about video games with them was unbelievable. Their perspective on it is completely different from mine.
And I mean, we don't get to see a lot of places here. We don't get to see a lot of women who are game designers, and she's been in the game for so long.
I didn't tell her because I didn't know if she would know, and I didn't want to bring it all up. But like, one of my mentors in college was Sierra Online X person, and she was awesome. And she reminds me a lot of the two of them, the Williamses.
Hopefully, it was amicable.
Yeah.
They were wonderful. That was great. The game looks great. I got in late to point and click games, so
it's different from what a lot of people know.
I want them, especially the ones that are styled to be the original ones, the very old point and clicks.
Yeah. Yep. Well.
What else?
I'm starving.
Yeah, me too.
We haven't really had any food today, and I think that might be a theme.
I did spend $30,000 on a sandwich. It was good.
You did. We had to put out a mortgage. It was terrible, but we got food.
Yeah, it was good. It was good too.
I guess just talking about fish all day, fish just keep popping up, and so now I'm just how do I get a fish?
I really wanted
How do people get
sushi,
a
but
fish?
they don't have that.
No, Blue Sea
Seattle.
Sushi has been shut down for 2 years.
I know.
And a lot of people are finding that out today. A lot of people are being like, we haven't heard of that name.
I just want
since
conveyor belt
2020.
sushi so bad it makes me stupid, and I can't find it. Every time a new one opens up, it closes in like 2 weeks, and I'm like, why?
Yep.
I know the profit margins are probably garbage, but why can't you make this happen for me?
I just want the food that is my favorite to come at me at a medium to low speed.
I want to choose a bunch of plates. But your hands are shaking now.
They are. This is really heavy. I don't know how you do this whole day. I have weak arms.
I got one really strong hand.
I have tiny little hands and weak little arms. And you are very strong and bulky and can handle this camera all day.
Yes.
Are you going to stretch tonight or something? Or is there like a camera
I'm
person
gonna
stretch?
be like, I should stretch tonight, and then I'm just gonna go to bed and let my bones settle and get really fucked up. And then come here, meet you here, and be like, I feel so fucking bad right now.
We should get a tripod.
I'll get a tripod.
Do you have a tripod? I have tripods too.
I gotta make sure that it's not the broken one.
If we both bring tripods, will that be awkward? Be like, you brought, I brought,
Because we might need the light.
True. That would be cool.
We could put the light on the tripod, and I think that would work out pretty well.
Cosplayers.
And then if we don't need the tripod, we just put it in the locker, in the dog cage.
Yeah, the media locker. That was a cool bit. I didn't know that we have like locker storage, and they just let us store all our stuff in there.
It's nice.
And it's probably the thing that saved me from having to carry like 30 pounds of stuff around. Big wins today. And bigger than I ever would have expected. And so who knows what will come out of all this. That's the weird part, is that we've done all this hard work, and now this is all prep for like the hard work of making videos. So we don't know what this is all going to look like on the output side.
Yeah.
Or what that's going to mean. But like at this point, right now, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of us.
I am too. I think we're making it we're making it work. Happen.
We're making it walk.
We're making it walk. Yeah, no, we're making it happen. We're getting some good words out of some good people. I gotta go. We gotta.
That's it. Name of the episode. You know.
It's good words from good people. Maybe we'll meet some bad people tomorrow.
We'll find the freaks.
We'll get freaky with it. Find the bad people and the freaks and the good freaks and the bad freaks. No bad freaks. I don't want bad freaks.
No, good freaks only. All right. Peace out. How do I turn this off?